Let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to talk about keeping your cool and how that can increase testosterone, human growth hormone, and make your penis bigger. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. Alright, before we get started here, please do me a huge favor. Please ring the bell, subscribe to the channel, tell some friends. Of course, give me the Arthur Fonzarelli thumbs up like, so I say hey. And of course, get at me at my social media. I go by Jesus_Detroit on my Instagram, Snapchat. I'm YOUNGDAYGO. And that's right, in this video we're going to talk about keeping your cool and how it can increase testosterone and make your penis bigger, because that's what we're all about here in the BCC, the Big Cock Consciousness, the Big Cock Collective, where I help you manifest the best, a bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and hotter penis. I help you raise that testosterone and human growth hormone, and I'm a spiritual guide and a mentor to expand your mind and increase your size. So make sure if you want any serious hands-on help, I can definitely correlate a program that can definitely help you manifest the best. Get at me in the BCC. Do yourself a favor. Do the universe a favor. Hit me up. I'm here for you. And now, without further ado, I'm here to tell you about keeping your cool. And what this all has to do with is I'm coming on my Wu-Wei flow, the Tao practice that I go with, the path of least resistance. And for this instance, I've been up for about 24 hours at this point, and give you a little backdrop of what's going on in my life and how this beautiful experience is correlating into this experience. So anyways, I was up 24 hours ago. If you see my last video, I was really excited to be back into the routine of just, being appreciative, because gratitude's the attitude. That's the, you got to write that down, any moment that I get to say that. So, every breath that you get to take, just say this, just breathe it in and say it. I got a shot. It's a beautiful thing. Before your feet even leave the bed tonight, make sure you say, I got a shot. Thank you so much, because when you're in a state of gratitude, that just the manifestation in the world reflects the best. So either way, this what I was saying is, I was, really happy that I got to get back into my routine. So I thought. And I went to the gym, and I was I was just doing my yoga at home for the past couple of days, and I really wanted to hit it hard at the gym, so I did like a total full body split. I really listened to my body on what works for me to manifest the best. And these are all things that I can teach you. There's no right or wrong way of, should you hit arms one day, chest the other, full body, up or lower. You go with your flow to help you grow. And I'm manifesting the best. Look at that pump. And I always got to show you that you don't even need weights to do it anyways. And I really focus more so on the mind-body connection. Just any time that I feel like I can get a pump going and get that blood flowing, and you guys see me growing, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, look at this mass just coming to life, and I don't even need a weight to increase my size, because I am my own resistance. You are your own resistance. This is mind, body, muscle connection, and this is what helps you manifest the best, which is why you don't need to, necessarily go to the gym to increase your size. This is the practice that can help you manifest. So anyways, I'm at the gym last night, and I really hit it hard. I went on the Stairmaster. I, did, like 1,200 calories or something. And again, you can just go at your own pace. There's no right or wrong way. Just go with the Wu-Wei flow, whatever you need to help you grow. And just look at that pump. I don't want to run out any breath here, but it's a beautiful thing. So anyways, what I'm saying is, I went and I got a really hard workout, and I did my nice yoga, a real nice stretch session, and at the end of this whole, I was there for probably like 6 hours. I really hit it hard. And I know a lot of people aren't blessed to have that opportunity, and you don't need that much time in order to manifest and increase your size. You go with what works for you. Some people can do what, one guy does in 6 hours, they can get it done in 1 hour, and that is true story. You just got to go with what works for your story, because we are essentially creating our own story as we go, and this is just something that helps me flow, and you can find something that will help you grow. So don't think that I got to do this to manifest what I got to do. There's just collective beliefs around everything that you do. And when you really look at it from that perspective, it gives you that clarity, like, you know what? If this works for him, I can, put this into my life, and this works for me. And that's where the BCC can really help, it will help manifest the best for you, because I can help give you some, collective beliefs, not just in the big consciousness, but in, everyday beliefs, like for instance, like, having more protein or something as simple as that. And we can correlate that into your life to help you increase your size, like the mind-body connection. Like, this is a collective belief, and this is something you can actually see, and this is what's going to help you manifest, your destiny. And that's what we're all about here. So anyways, I'm going on a crazy tangent because, like I said, man, I'm coming off, a crazy pump right at the gym. I got a beautiful workout in. And then I had I normally go home and, would probably make myself a beautiful breakfast and get myself a nap, and then, go do my thing and take care of business, and of course be here talking to you at one point or another. That's not how it went down. I had to go, ride the lightning yet again, because as Rocky Balboa says, hey, yo, it ain't over till it's over. And, of course, another thing he says is, I hear no bell. So make sure you ring the bell, because I'm putting content out daily, and I felt like the need to just say it right there. So anyways, what I'm saying is, I had myself another challenge day, and I don't know if it's the Mercury Retrograde and the time delay, the daylight savings time, whatever it was something going with my Wu Wei and going with my Tao practice, and I had to find myself and center myself in this action. And again, I'm facing the whole hoarder program, and because if you guys follow me, you guys see my JoJo and Jesus, my JoJo and Jesus project, where I do, treasure hunting, trash picking, whatever you want to call it, but I deal with a lot of, hoarder situations, and I'm not the kind of guy that, of course, a lot of, this pack rat mentality and old school families, but, when you're talking hoarders, you are talking, a sea of clutter and things that people can't necessarily let go of. And some of this stuff is really nice stuff. Like, you can be like, a clean hoarder, but when you have a lot of energy around you, like, these things hold like power, and you can get that overwhelming feeling, and you're just, to me, like, my battle was I had to go from one place to, like, from hoarder to hoarder all day is what I was doing for, like, since I left the gym, for 12 hours straight, no joke, just going, just going right at it. And I had to keep my cool the whole way. And that is the Wu Wei practice I am teaching you today, of why this is important for the huge penis manifestation. Because if you get all, angry and you're at the person you're with, at the situation you're in, you're not going to be hanging as big as when you're cool. So write that down. If you want to have a big tool, you got to keep your cool. And that's, part of the belief, man, because sex, you got to be in that relaxed state to have that, have that, beautiful, blood flowing penis. An erection is made from being relaxed, and blood flow is created from being relaxed. Contracted to the pump, where you got to be in that zone and really charging up that testosterone and all that kind of thing. The penis has a whole nother Wu Wei flow that you just got to let it grow. You got to go with the flow, and it kind of has like a built-in meter if you really look at it, because when you think about it, like, sex is an emotional connection. You should be completely relaxed with your partner. You should feel love the whole time. And since I got this hard up, I always got to share my matrix hack just to remind you where we're at. Anytime you see somebody on the TV, you hear somebody on the other line of the phone, somebody just comes in your mind unbeknownst to who you know, just intend on that person to have a beautiful day, to feel love in some kind of way and go along your way. And that's a beautiful thing to do, because the universe is a mirror, and if you want beauty to appear, you got to keep this clear. And if you want, if you want to manifest the best, you're essentially telling the universe that, you are love, and you are intending on a beautiful day for yourself, because everybody is a reflection of you anyways. So always give love to anybody you see. Whenever I'm at the gym, instead of thinking, is this guy looking at me or whatever, I'm intending on that person to get a beautiful workout. I'm like, and whenever I'm somewhere, I always just put this out into the atmosphere as well, because I like to think thoughts are things, and I like to create positive things. You have the power to create positive things every given time, every given day. And don't get it twisted. You got purpose here today, and as long as you're creating them beautiful thought bubbles, you are doing something more than you even know. So if you're in a room, and like at the gym, this is something that you should just give out for everybody, because I intend on everybody to grow. When I'm in that place, I'm in the winner's circle. That's what I feel every time that I'm in that room. I'm sweating on that treadmill. I intend on everybody to get a beautiful pump. I intend on everybody to grow. I intend on everybody to accomplish their goals. I intend on beautiful things to happen. And that's what I'm just throwing out there, just constantly, while I'm getting my pump going, while I'm throwing my positive affirmations, which have been, really, coming to my manifestation just beautifully. And I'll share some more of those with you when I'm, more so in the BCC. But, why not? I should throw one at you right now just for the fun of it. And, the metabolism one, I could say, we'll go with the muscle manifestation one, because you heard that one. So I'll say this: I am so happy and grateful, you listening, that my huge, massive muscles are growing bigger, harder, stronger, more defined, abundantly. And you could say that over and over and over again when you're getting that beautiful pump in. And look at that huge, juicy pump just growing with me, man. The manifestation is real. Write that down. The manifestation is real. We are magic. We are divine. That's a beautiful thing. I can increase my size. And you got to really believe it. You got to see it. You got to feel it. And when we're going with this whole flow of what I'm going with today, and I'm talking about that whole, manifestation way of just keeping your cool today, you're really going to see that you're doing the right thing by creating beautiful thoughts. And when you're keeping your cool, you're not, you're not getting into that stressful zone of negativity. And that's what really keeping your cool is all about. And, of course, there's other situations that came into my life today. And like I said, it could be this whole Mercury Retrograde and, all this shadow work and integration, because me, I'm a spiritual being, and I understand all these, light worker type of, trials and tribulations, or whatever we might be saying into the whole life that we're living. But it's nonetheless, some might call it a test, but what I'm going with is just making myself a better person today than I was. And you got to learn from past mistakes to make yourself better. And I always feel that sex is a divine thing. And, when you get into these certain situations where, I look at sex and, opportunities come up, to me every now and then. And, some of you might get it all the time. Other people might get it, barely any of the time. But either way, whatever situation that you're in, it might not be the particular one that you want to be in. And that's why you always got to go with that keep it cool flow. If the flow, if the flow ain't going, then it ain't going to be, if the flow isn't there, it's not going to be growing. And that's just really what it's all about. So if you got a connection that's just kind of like, you're not feeling it, forget about it. You know what I mean? Got my wolf over there. She's coughing a little bit, so don't mind that. But either way, like, if your flow is becoming like static with somebody, like where it's like you're gonna just go have sex for the egoic portion of just to have sex, or like I just gotta have sex. Like if that feels right to you, you do what you gotta do. But to me, I feel that sex is a spiritual connection, and no matter what you're doing, at some point or another, a lot of people, like, you got to see what their character's like on a day to day. And of course, this could be all a story that I'm telling myself anyways, but it's just something that I've been seeing from past experiences. Like, you see somebody that how they're very emotional about sex, like, why didn't this person call me, why is this, that, and the other. And it's almost like, you know what, you don't want to be the one to put somebody in that situation, and if it's not even going to be sex that's really worth it, because sex only occurs in the now. And I want you to write that down. Sex only occurs in the now, and if it's going to bring somebody down for a while because you're not going to be there, then you know what, I feel like you're better off walking away, because you can only enjoy sex when you're really on that beautiful just alignment, and that's really what I've learned through this whole, like, some of my sexual journey here, because we are sexual beings as long as as well as spiritual beings. And when you have a beautiful connection with somebody, you don't want to waste it. You don't want to just have I mean, of course, there's going to be partners where you can have, different situations where it doesn't have to all be, love or whatever. But I mean, love is always at the undertone of every type of sex, no matter what. I don't care what anybody says. Even if it's for, making a porno and there's money on the line, there's still going to be some love inside. You're doing your passion. It might not be as passionate as with, a partner for every day, but you're going to be happy that, bills are getting paid and you're doing something that you love. I mean, that's a beautiful thing. And then you got to look at it from the perspective of, this is what people really want. Like, is this the partner for me? And if it's the partner for you, you're gonna feel it the whole way through. And that's what it really all comes down to when you're looking for that right kind of love, where it's just gonna give you that earthquake and body shaking, just explosion of love, and where everything's just aligned up. And we're talking every chakra is just lit up, and you guys are just having that timeless sex where you just, like, it doesn't even feel like times, feels like time stands still, because you are living the most now when you're having the most wow. You know what I mean? When your sex is out there, you're going to really be into it. If you're doing some type of sex where you're just like, halfway in it, and you're just doing it because of your ego, and yeah, I got this many girls and blah, blah, you know what I mean? It's like, that's just the story that you got to go with. But, you do your thing. The way that I'm finding my, my karma, and the way that it works with me, I feel that I want to have more willing, full connections. And people are like, well, what kind of partner are you interested in? And I always say, whatever makes my dick the biggest. And, I mean, with that, and of course, I'm always making it the biggest either way. But when I have somebody that doesn't get in my way, that can assist the growth, and I know that my flow is going to be there to just, it's going to correlate, beautifully, just synchronistic, where I ain't going to have to, like, I'm not going to take away from who you're going to be tomorrow. I'm going to add to who you are, and there's going to be no added, discomfort and, like, why is this, that, and the other. It's going to be a mutual understanding of where we're at, a mutual enhancement of an experience, not one that takes away from your day-to-day, more than the now, you know what I mean? Because that now is a beautiful moment that should be enjoyed, and you shouldn't be talking about it with distress and thinking that that's the rest of your life, or whatever, for whatever meaning, whatever you had was beautiful, but don't get it twisted and be lost in, yourself and your own egoic ways, you might say, or your emotional ways. And I always like to say that sex is not only, it's, sensual, it's spiritual, and, it's something that you gotta really, I feel that it's not being utilized to its best, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people aren't having the best sex out there because they're just doing it for a numbers game, or they're just doing it because, all right, it's here, we gotta have sex, and you're not in that zone. Give me a pill, and it's just like, you know, like what kind of sex is that, man? Like, I mean, what are we doing? Like, it's like you shouldn't be having sex like you gotta go take an SAT or some type of test that you don't want to be in. It should be more or less, like I said, keeping it cool. Everything's beautiful. You're going with the flow. And there's some people that know how to just have sex for the sex, but when you're going with partners out there and your alignment is going towards an emotional connection, and you know the emotional connection is going to go beyond the sexual connection, that's where you got to decide if you're going to go with that ride. You know what I mean? And write that one down, because the universe is profound, and that was the sound that just came out of me in that particular moment. And I really feel beautiful that I got to share that with you. I'm going to have to go ahead and rewind that and go ahead and write that one down myself, because I pretty much know what it is, but sometimes the universe flows through me just like the rivers and the seas, and everything that we got to be is the message here to tell you that we are divine, we are magic, expect miracles all the time. Write that down. I'm open for a miracle today. I'm open to growth today. And you know what? We're going to keep going with that Wu Wei flow. Definitely here to keep on growing. And you know what? I got myself a reward set up for me, because you know what? That's another thing that will always help you get through a tough situation for your day. Just always know there's gonna be some sun. There's gonna be summer after the winter. There's gonna be a rainbow after the storm. And you know, that's the ride that you gotta just, you know, the mantras that you gotta have in your mind. And of course, the one that I love to say all the time when I'm in a stressful situation, you know, I keep that smile up, because the smile is divine. It's made inside the mind. And I always want to go with that positive mantra, like, I'm doing this for the greater good. No matter what you're doing, always say that, and you're going to definitely feel better no matter what. I am doing this for the greater good. Write that down. Like, even if you're at work and you're in a stressful situation, and it might not even feel like the best situation to be in, go ahead and say it anyways, because that time that you're in it is going to get you to the next place that you need to be. And that's all you need to know. And what you are doing is being present in the moment when you are saying that kind of stuff. You're not getting lost in where you should be, why you're not there. That's what all about being present is really all about. It's about being connected to the moment and understanding that what you're doing right now is for the greater good. And when you're going with those motions and you're creating those beautiful thought bubbles every day, you are changing this place for the better. You are hacking the matrix. We are creating a whole new world from within, because as they say, the universe is a mirror, and as I say, if you want beauty to appear, you keep this clear. And we are just destined for growth, man. I'm clear for growth. I'm a conduit for growth. I'm a conduit for manifestation, and I see it coming to fruition every day. And with that, I think I'm going to close this beautiful experience yet again. I got myself a big, huge glass of vino, and I'm going to say salute to you. Look at that. Swirl it around a big daddy glass for a big type, for a beautiful situation that we're in, And as I say, make sure that you guys get at me in the BCC, where I can help you manifest the best. I can design programs for you, talk to you more one-on-one, really get, I'm here for you. I'm a spiritual guide, the mentor. I'm here to expand your mind and increase your size. And I can give you I can give you the A to Z, and I can tell you why, what would help you manifest the best. I really intend on you guys to be your best. Spread love and do the best things that you can do, and just go ahead and change this matrix up, because the more people that do it, the better the life's gonna be. And even if you gotta have a drink with yourself, you're having a drink with the universe, you can rewind this tape, and if you have something in front of you, if you don't drink, whatever you gotta do to put a big smile on your face, you're doing something right. But don't take away from who you are, because understand that we are all from the stars. What's inside of me, it's inside of you, it's inside the blue, and inside the truth. And all I gotta say is, make sure you guys follow me on my social media. Check out my wolf and my bear, my cat C. Make sure you do like, you know, Rocky Balboa says, and, you know, ring the bell, because I put out content daily, and he goes like he says, hello, I don't hear no bell. So make sure you ring the bell for him. Give me the Arthur really thumbs up. Hey, like the video, really appreciate that. And I know I'm rambling like a monkey in a tree, so I'm gonna end it with this. I intend on you guys to spread some love today. You guys are beautiful. You guys are divine. You guys are magic. We are all increasing our size. We are all having that huge piece of meat, swing at our knees, throb to our pecs, making us our best, growing into the massive giants that we intend on being, and we're going to have the manifestation come to life. So I say salute. You guys are beautiful. Oh yeah. Love you guys. Peace.